That was a good time.
I don't even know for sure how you guys saved me when I ran to your town.
I mean, we just had big militaries, and they didn't immediately attack. We probably could have taken the immediate attack, but we both just went really heavy on. I'll watch Adrian perspective. Yeah, we were just very heavy on soldiers at that time. So let's
You
see.
also know what's great about this strategy, Ian?
What?
It guarantees that I get the most units lost bonus experience at the end of the
That's
game.
true. Yeah. Let's see. Where's the enable right-click camera drag? I'm going to be a pro caster here. So now I can smoothly be like, ooh.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Ooh. Like when watching our YouTube people, every time they switch from playing to casting or casting to playing, they're always going to that option because for casting this is really nice, but you don't want it for playing. So
Yeah, like how does that work for? Do you like right click and hold?
yeah, right click and hold, and then
Okay.
the further away from the thing, the faster it goes.
All right, let's do this thing.
So yeah, it was funny not knowing that the two Portuguese would be so close together. But
Yeah, it became a pretty drag out fight between the two.
I guess we've been seeing more people doing the livestock thing, and I guess it can work for like a big boost if you get disrupted. I don't know.
We're seeing a lot of Portuguese too.
Yeah, Portuguese is really strong right now, I think.
It's weird. Today, one of my few victories was against a Portuguese player who like did the Portuguese thing, like aged up to H3, shipped like halberds and organ guns, but I just won the early micro fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're not the best 1v1 Civ, though they're not bad. But yeah, I think outside of 1v1, I think even in 1v1, they may actually be in one of the higher tiers, I think.
Yeah. No, because yeah, they get 3 organ guns.
Yeah,
in
the
one of
3
their
organ gun
shipments.
shipments, it really changed everything, so.
Yeah, I got them out of formation. We managed to wipe out the 3 organ guns, and my 2 Falcons were still intact.
Yeah. I'm glad I went water. Last time we had that
I forgot
game...
to use the missionaries.
Oh, yeah.
I realized.
Man, this is
But
getting...
my pop was always...
This is so laggy. Why did they have to lag? But yeah, the last time we had that game, Adrian, where we were like doing pretty good until just one of the enemies was on water, right? And neither of us were. And from that moment, I was like, if there's water, I just have to go water, right? I don't want to let that happen, and I'm glad I did because I think that's how I had the military to help us
all
survive.
3 of us were on some anime shit.
Yeah, that's true.
We were all channeling the power of friendship.
Will 4 times speed actually work? It's really struggling right now. Oh, here we go. Here we
Bro,
go.
we're gonna see the face of God.
Well, I'm glad I was playing the Italians.
Yeah.
Because I think my Dragoons were better than the French Dragoons. Or like, yeah. My Dragoons, I think he didn't have all of his... Oh, this time I think is when... So Adrian's aging up, and then they're about to show up in David's base. Oh, so this is just a little poke. Okay.
Yeah. Which the Pope gets chased off.
Yeah.
But I was definitely not prepared for the amount of shit that they were about to send at me.
Yeah, so the American did do the mill boom. So
Yeah.
we were playing against an American who did a proper boom as well, so I feel good about that. Oh, and he gets a dock earlier than I expected. That's right, because I do eventually, I do an age up that gives me a privateer, and I do kill a lot of fishing ships with it, actually. But, that's what prompts them to start militarizing the water a little bit. That's always the problem, is like, you're calmly fishing on your side, and you know they might be coming fishing on their side. I could send one ship, which will greatly disrupt their fishing for a little while, but that will spark a naval arms race that I don't want to be in. You know? I don't want to like now feel the need to dump huge amounts of resources into you know, winning a naval war all the time.
Yeah, your little raid on purple did some damage there.
I didn't really kill Villas, but I did just kill his Castadors, right? And the fact that I got out without losing too much made it okay.
And then the Dragoons happen.
Yeah, and then you have the Castadors to fight. Yeah, man, the French play really fast industrial.
Well, he did the church tax to get the old guard.
Yeah.
What's with all the lag?
Unfortunately, it preserves some of the lag from the round, I think. But also, I think even then, yeah, it just depends on things happening at the same time sometimes, I think.
Mm.
And I think, like, and somehow, like, the faster speeds kind of exacerbate the lag somewhat, unfortunately. Or, like, if you leave it on normal, it'll be pretty smooth, but...
Beginning to not need... Where we're going, we don't need an economy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's your 2 factories. Soldados coming out of, the haciendas.
I am glad that you guys had so many untapped trees in your base that I could just lorp.
Yeah.
When I retreated.
I was worried that would... When I told you to, like, get behind Adrian, and I was like, oh, just try to rule, I thought in my head, uh-oh, I hope we don't run out of trees. Just, you know.
Oh yeah, because I sent all 48 of my remaining villagers on wood.
Yeah, and I knew you were going to have to do that. I mean, that's what you have to do to rebuild,
Yeah.
right? But, yeah.
And I just lorped it all up.
Yeah, just the fact that you saved all your villagers was obviously key to us winning the game, but, yeah.
I probably should have had some extra troops here, a little bit more than I had.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like,
so they're still all kind of the same
Yeah,
as
like-
us.
like-
It was just the fact that Grenadiers showed up and just instantly killed you.
Yeah, because there's orange starting... There's orange's mass, and it's only...
The fact
One thing,
that
this
he
is
did
a
come
one-time
in
push.
Grenadiers, yeah.
He does the old guard.
Yeah.
Like, look at their resistances. 60% range.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
resist.
Old Guard is yeah, so that was actually quite a timing push, honestly, and I think we did really well to survive that. Yeah, because this is a very scary army at this stage.
Yeah, at 12 minutes, that's absurd.
Okay, good. Just making sure I wasn't like being super pathetic with my troopers.
No, it's just this army is just and it's just the fact that he was able to walk in and like one volley totally deletes your army, right? And it's because they're age 4 special grenadiers and you know, and we're honestly very lucky that Age and I even had units that could deal with that, really.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, because I think one volley totally killed you guys, right?
Like, you
Basically.
and Purple are, like, somewhat even so long as... Oh my god. So long as, like, you're able to avoid the organ guns.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably wipe out half the Dragoons, and then all he's got is 3 organ guns, and then he has to weigh, do I want to risk losing these to TC fire?
Man, they probably so thought they were winning at this moment.
Yeah. I mean, they obliterated my town, so...
Yeah. They were just like, oh, this is it. You know, this guy's out of the game.
Yeah, waiting for me to resign or something.
But I think also the Old Guard have that one ability where, like, they also take damage for anyone that around them.
Yeah, so then Falconets, Pavisers. So I take out the organ guns at least. I basically take out these 2 armies with my Hussar mass.
Yeah, I noticed, like, okay, the Old Guard are ripped.
Yeah.
Time to cease. Dripping in guys, because I won't do anything.
Yeah, and same, yeah. So at this point, you know, Adrian and I have lost our armies while denting them a little bit. And because Purple's army got totally destroyed and Red's army got mostly destroyed there, that's where, like, you know, so now he's going to destroy your buildings, but he doesn't feel that safe, you know, just diving in on Adrian, for example. If he'd known that Adrian had factories, he probably would have done that, and may have caused us to lose at that stage. But the fact that he stays here destroying all your buildings while
But also,
I'm
I
remassing.
trigger both my Minutemen, so like my army gets really filled up really fast.
Yeah.
Here.
I guess I probably
And
should have
also-
triggered all 3 of my Minutemen.
2 heavy
Oh, yeah,
cannons
you should
top
have, yeah.
end.
Because
don't
Minutemen
think
are
it
quite
would-
strong.
Yeah, I don't think it would have done a lot more than what you see, but it would have
Yeah.
killed a few guys.
Yeah, I mean, it would have, you know, and a few guys is quite important a lot of the time.
Yeah, especially when you have 18 Minutemen that pop out. Like, that's pretty decent.
Yeah. So they're sitting here
So
thinking...
he doesn't want to go in on us where we are.
When
and
he's, like,
our
totally
armies are all
alone.
total-
Yeah. Because he knows that if he loses this, he feels like he's in trouble. He's also got armored pistoliers in here, good god.
Oh, that's where the
Aura comes from.
okay, that's where the aura is coming from. It's not the old guard. Maybe the old guard have it. I actually have never used old guard in DE, so.
Oh, no, that's okay. We're gonna see our pings because it's my recording, but yeah. So they're sitting here thinking, okay, well we did that. You know, they're probably expecting us to be building up right here anyway. So they're just so he thinks I'm deliberately going to go around and you know, try to draw them somewhere else, right, and make this more difficult. Because you know, yellow's totally dead, so red can just keep pushing over here.
The red remisses. They take out my trade post.
Yeah, and purple's getting a lot of organ guns. Yeah.
Purple's got an army again.
Yeah, and against many compositions, this would be unstoppable. But Adrian and I specifically had like the one composition that was okay in this scenario.
Is he not gonna kill your one Vil?
He's got bigger fish to fry. I think
He's
my
like-
Deville doesn't last too long, but yeah.
Yeah, he's like random woman.
Yeah,
you
so
may
here,
live.
that's right. So at this stage, I'm like, okay, I need to stop this advance over here, right? So I'm like, let me take out these guys. I have enough. I can take this out. And then we see this, and David spots it quickly.
Yeah, you can A his ass right there.
Yeah. So I managed to take that out for free, practically. So that was, yeah, so I take out one army out of 3.
I think this right here probably won a
Yeah,
your
well,
little maneuver right here.
Just as
won
soon
us
as we
the
take
game.
this out, this is when we win. So I'm still massing over here. I still have an army that's coming from that way. And I'm, you know, and like you, David, it's just the trick is you just have to let them destroy the buildings while you build up your army, or get away, right? So I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna fight. They can do that, and then, haha, you know, what's up, bitch? I have a lot of cavalry.
Yeah, I want to say I was somewhere nearby too. Yeah, maybe that's later in the game.
I think it's later in the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm just deleting Portugal's army here, and I have a lot of hussars. And then the hussars go in on the grenadiers, which is the perfect. That's the only thing that really.
That
counters
right
them.
there.
That's the only thing.
Deleted the timing push.
Yeah, it is just dragoons. Take out the dragoons, hussars, and papal guard. Take out the grenadiers. Yeah. And then you show up to help me finish them off
Yeah.
because there's still a lot of them. So.
And then the hammer came first, then the anvil
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah. The anvil arrives, and then David hits industrial.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are both in industrial. That's right. At this stage, I'm the only one still in age 3. So sad. But yeah, so they were probably surprised to see that happen. But so that's part of how we survived.
Yeah, I'm like struggling for space back in the corner.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to expand out too much and block all of their movement.
So now I don't know. I don't think this was very important what I do here, but I do feel like, right, I just killed all that purple cavalry, and clearly they were running out, right, and they might have thought that this was the end and kind of, you know, let off the gas a bit. So I was like, let me see if I can do some damage. And meanwhile, my fish boom is doing pretty well.
Yeah, look at that.
Meanwhile, my scores just...
And I have this privateer sitting here, yeah, and Adrian just sitting there in the beyond realm, you know. So once again, my crow became where you're like, all right, let the dragoons fight the dragoons. Hussars will do hussar things now. Adrian is just sitting there looking buff.
Just you hurt my friend. You'll never hurt him again.
What's the rest of their team doing at this point?
They probably have no soldier. Or like, yeah. So Red is making soldiers, but he was making them elsewhere, and they're not cavalry. So I'm just avoiding them, right? I'm just because
yeah.
I have fast units, I can take initiative. So I've taken initiative there. France's whole strategy was based on dumping out that extremely strong mass, and then he has to do a lot of work to re-eco from that. So that's what he's doing.
Did you find his crew de bois?
Yeah, I only get like 1 or 2, but and then I see this dragoon pop, so I'm like, okay, it's time to leave. And I know that these guys kill dragoons as well, so I'm just like, okay,
Right,
I need to get out.
The sharpshooters was a good pick on America's part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But see, I get out with a lot of guys though, so I'm pretty pleased with that, honestly. I think I got good value even just for the military that I killed versus the military that I lost.
You traded 1-to-1, and you also disrupted the economies.
Yeah. Yeah, so the American wasn't fish booming that hard is the thing, whereas I had a lot of fishing ships. And I even keep making more later, I think. But and I have this one guy just sitting to see if they start fishing booming largely. But yeah, so then I managed to recover some mass. I'm still just trying to eco here, making my extra stable since they destroyed the stuff in the front. Yeah, so the French player's at 50 vills. I'm at 71, including fishing ships. America's at 68, including fishing ships. You're at 67, and then Portugal at 73. And Adrian is at 88.
Oh yeah, that's right. I had done miraculous here at this point.
Yeah. So actually, I mean, so this is where, like, you know, even though our scores were lower, 2 of us have bigger ecos than them. So. And they start
Their walls are
walling.
starting to going up.
They are getting the benefit of the lack of David's existence.
Yep.
I think I eat 3 of those 4 mines, though.
Yeah, I know. At least they're getting this benefit. They won't get all of it, I think. Yeah. So
I like how I have a random villager gathering food by their mine.
yeah, you do. Oh, they're getting killed by Diogenes. Is this supposed to be Diogenes in Portugal? I wonder if this is a Portuguese phrase. Wawita de 32 anitos.
I don't know. I got another computer over here.
Yeah, oh, the squad. So and that's right. He gets the Legion Dragoons as well. The special. I'm pretty sure my Dragoons were trading well with his Dragoons. So this time I'm still in Veteran Dragoons in H3. Yeah.
What was his name? It's Wawita?
Yeah, Wawita de 32 anitos.
32 Antos.
So he goes Imperial.
Child of 32 years.
Oh.
It is Quechua.
It's Quechua?
Yeah.
Is this guy Incan?
Holy shit, we fought an Incan guy.
Oh my god. And he was
Rad.
good.
Props to this man. I love him.
Yeah, that's good.
What is La Extraño?
Yeah, extraño regreso. And make sure you put in this ad faces.
Okay, hang on. Regresa.
It's
I already
funny,
know what it means.
it's funny how calm this part of the match was. Where I just like a little bit put the fear of God in them with the cavalry thing. They're like, okay, but time to build up, but also time to go age 5 for Wawita.
So the French's name means I miss her, come back.
That's a good name as well.
That's the most gamer shit I've ever heard. I love it.
So 63 in those resources on the French, 86 in those. Odin had 88. So Odin's boom was going real well at this point. Yeah, and Portugal's boom was. Portugal.
My boom has ascended beyond the need for resources.
Yeah.
It's still just the funniest shit to me. Is just
So
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Nice.
this is the part where I just decide to send the privateer forward, and they didn't have that many. But actually, Purple had just started making fishing ships, so I kind of liked that I did this. And I don't think they get out a
Warship.
a ship for a while.
They're just like, whatever.
Well, it takes a long time, you know, and even this can beat a galleon, I think. So because they're expensive as well. Yeah, he didn't have. Oh, this is you. Okay, he did have wood, but he didn't have the coin for it yet. But he's making cannons, right, which will be good on land, and which could deal with this potentially, but... Meanwhile, I'm over here with my fleet.
I think I should be going to the 5th age at this point in the game.
Not quite.
Oh, not quite. Okay.
You're ecoing for it. Yeah, you're about to
I
hit 100
just
builds.
saw my pikemen coming down, and I was like, I seem to remember sending my troops out around the time I got to 5th age.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, guys, I can actually help you now.
And I'm just like, I think I'm
I
max
remember
pop
that.
at this point, so I'm just like, I need to lose some units to get more eco.
Oh, yeah, I send, the 2 pulls of Minutemen I do. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are they doing in David's base? And I'm like, hey guys,
Hey, look, there's guys. And
Just
that's right.
FYI.
And this is where we actually start initiating. Yeah. Have I done my arsenal text yet? I think I might have. But yeah. And then so this is lag was happening, and I was dealing with something
I
somewhere
remember
else.
this moment.
And I just but my guys have a lot of health, so so
Credit
I mean
to you.
I'm losing maybe half of them, but still. The fact that that's why cavalry is so strong to go for, because they have so much health and they move fast. So
I do like that you're the cavalry guy and I'm just the artillery guy.
yeah,
And I'm the trash guy.
yeah. So then we're like, okay, it's time. Oh boy.
Orange at this point envelops my small group.
And he's got
pikemen out.
he's got Imperial Dragoons, and I'm only got Veteran at this point. But thanks to the power of Guard Soldados and Wild Goose, we do okay. And then they see your heavy cannons, and they're like, I don't want to deal with that. And then this looks scary. That's right. We don't see this yet. This comes in later.
No, they fight
Well,
it.
they fought my
They
pikemen.
win. They go in on it, but
Oh,
this
right, right,
happens.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, orange.
Well, that's right.
got
Then
my
so
pikemen,
these
they're
guys come
coming.
in. We did such a good job of just your cannons take out those guys. I take out that one. So we win this because
This
your cannons
fight
survive.
right here is incredible.
Yeah, because sharpshooters are ass against Artie, so that's what wins it for us. And I have just enough dragoons. And that's right, I get the mounted infantry shipment. Mounted infantry are mounted skirmishers. Well, actually, I guess they're acting more like... Okay, that's right, they're good against infantry, but yeah, but they're not bad against dragoons, so... I don't know if dragoons have a bonus
skirms,
against
soldado, and the
And this is when you
Yeah,
told me
artillery.
don't
yeah,
use pikes against dragoons.
Yeah, and then I
so-
saw this and I was like, oh, make crossbows, and then these guys will all die.
Oh yeah, I didn't really care about those guys. I was just trying to.
No, I meant
slow
the
them
enemy
down.
dragoons. The enemy dragoons will
yeah.
all die to crossbow.
Well, they actually escape the crossbows, and they actually go and attack your base.
Oh, that's right, but
then they all
it slows them
eventually
down
die.
enough that
Yeah.
yeah. So
They went around my
Adrian's
crossbow.
taking care of business over here. I'm pulling the
Yeah.
dragoons back. and
Winning that fight was so good.
Yeah.
That was also another, like, they try to regain the tempo, and we were just like, no.
Yeah.
You can see them trying to fight the
Yeah,
crossbows,
but
they're like,
he
no way.
knows that crossbows counter dragoons, so he's just like, oh fuck that. I'll just go try to do eco damage. These guys won't be able to keep up. And then the fight over here is still going okay. That's right. And so then I think, oh yeah, that was me telling you that he had spare guys. So then, okay, so they start. Yeah, so
Shit,
he's
you
like,
hit Imperial first. Nice.
oh no, the enemy Portugal
Yeah.
player had been in
No,
Imperial
no, no,
for a
no.
while.
Out of our team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the Portuguese.
It's crazy to me that he had Imperial Dragoons and that didn't really give him a power spike. Like the fact that I was able to stand up somewhat. I mean, I think maybe he didn't have all of the shipments for it. I mean, well, he had Dragoon combat, and he hadn't sent.
But he hadn't
this
sent
yet.
it.
He hadn't. Oh, and he
He
hasn't
hadn't
sent
sent order
Yeah,
to
okay,
these
so-
or Dragoon combat.
Yeah. So then we see that happening, and David pings it, and then it's like, oh boy. That's right. He almost gets it. So I've got the
Yeah, he
guys all the
almost
way
gets
over
back
here, but I have these guys, and I have all these stables are working right now. So
Yeah, and I got the crossbow coming up down below, but I was max pop, so I couldn't build another group
Yeah.
of troops to try to fight it.
and Adrian's just slowly impending doom on these people. I have these two falcons just chilling.
But but the fact you went for your villies saved my factory.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was good. Yeah, and I managed to save almost all my villas as well. So, and I still have a big fish. And that's right. So I'd had some naval skirmish. Oh, that's right. This ironclad killed my privateer, so I made these 2 ships in case the ironclad came forward. But yeah, so then this dramatic moment happens. You know, this is like the Alien, the
Oh
Alien
my-
2 scene where you know, you're watching the machine gun numbers go down. You know, the factory numbers going down.
What I was thinking of was fucking Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yep. So we save it.
Yeah, it gets down pretty low, but at this point it's pretty obvious they're not going to get it.
Yeah, now I at least have guard dragoons, and I think I probably have the arsenal techs. Did
I think at this point in time I'm finally dead. My attack has distracted.
yeah, your
everyone
attack
enough.
has whittled out, but now David's getting ready to start causing
Yeah,
mischief.
now is the time of David's
Portugal.
ascendance.
Yeah, it only took me 30 minutes to get there, but I was there now.
So he had advanced arsenal, but that doesn't affect cavalry much. But if he'd had the advanced arsenal tech for a cavalry siege, he would have taken out the factory. So I'm looking. He doesn't. I don't think he has an arsenal at all. I don't see one because the normal arsenal techs are very important for cavalry, even more so than infantry. Have you been getting the arsenal tech for archers and pikemen, David?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Yeah.
I mean, I think if you select my arsenal, you'll see that I've researched all of the infantry stuff.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't done the cavalry yet,
Yeah,
but
you actually don't need. 2 of them are only for skirmishers and musketeers. So.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was just easier for me to click all 6, and I had the resources for it, so I was just.
Oh, and you had the advanced arsenal tech.
Yes.
Okay,
yes, yes.
okay.
And
Yeah,
drummers
then
are
actually
really
the other
important.
3 also are only for gunpowder units. But
Oh, even the drummer?
yeah, I think so.
Oh,
No, I
thinking
think
the
the
drummer
drummer
was
is
all
all infantry speed.
Is it? Okay, well then get the drummer for sure. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I always try to go for the drummer because my crossbows are really slow.
Yeah, I
otherwise,
mean
and
that's
they're
the
not
only
great.
downside of your whole strategy is that your units aren't cavalry basically. So.
Yeah, but they make great for plugging up holes around cannons.
Yeah.
They get promotions, which is still just absurd.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's funny. So here's me just trying to put the fear of God in a little bit. I'm still at guard dragoons. He's got imperial. This guy's got guard. So he's got 3. See, yeah, my dragoons are a lot better than the French dragoons.
Wow, the enemy Portugal player has 58 people on coin, and I have 58 people on food at this point.
Yeah.
I do love that I am the shield and you're the sword, and then David's just the actual body.
Yeah.
The brave men walking up
Yeah.
to their deaths.
This is, it's like the World War II saying, like, the war was won with British brain, American brawn, and Russian blood. David's the blood.
I have the blood.
I guess, I don't know which of Adrian and I is the brain or the brawn, but...
I think I'm the brawn because the soldados are just
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah, that's true. You don't have that many guys, and they're not, specific counters to anything, but they sure are tough. And you got the big metal, so that's some brawn.
Check out these guns, baby.
Who upgraded the stagecoach?
Probably Adrian, right? Or-
I don't know. I don't
Maybe
think I
David
did this
had-
time.
Oh,
this-
Red has the 3 on there too.
That's
so-
right, and this is where we start fighting. Just because I just want to take this out, and you start doing that, like, okay, we'll swamp this, but then they all start getting involved. So
Yeah, this becomes a giant bloodbath. Here
it
in the
is
center.
really convenient that pikemen don't directly counter dragoons because dragoons can micro, but having the pikemen in front and forcing them to micro when there are other units around actually really helps. And so,
Yeah.
like, the way that your whole army is just mega dragoon counter, and I think that's why he started. He would have gone for this, but then he had to start going for
Cannons.
grenadiers instead. So
Oh,
that-
right, that's orange. Yeah.
He should have gone Voltigare.
yeah,
I think Voltigare would have been his.
if he could have switched.
What does the French deck look like?
I
actually?
was just about to go look at that. So he has cavalry combat and he has team range infantry attack. So, but
Yeah, he really should have gone Voltigare.
yeah, he could have. He doesn't. I mean, there's more.
It's weird that he's such a turtley deck.
Yeah, I mean, of
But
course,
he was
the
the
whole
most aggressive.
plan was just that old
He
guard.
doesn't
strat.
have 3 Courier de Bois in Age 1.
That's right. I guess he does this for the extra food to get up quickly
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, that's right. We've seen another French player, fast industrial, using livestock as well, right? It
I
must
think
be
so,
some
yeah.
weird thing that's coming about. Yeah, so now begins kind of the more consistent fighting for the rest of the game. I love how just so many culverins and they start actually doing damage to other non-artillery as well. Yeah, so that's. I remember
now
this
I'm
is the part
okay,
where
my
like
job,
I'm
my
doing-
job is to make sure enemy artillery doesn't cause problems.
Yeah, that was it's perfect the way that David's army is getting against everything except for artillery, and then you just have the artillery solution just sitting. Yeah.
I do lose a shit ton of guys.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Most of it to artillery.
Yeah, I
And
mean just the
grenadiers.
grenadiers and the arty. Yeah.
Like I dead man trigger on this. Like the dragoons come in and they kill the culves, but not before they wipe out every single course gun.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's just like, I'm sorry, buddy. Try again. Oh, I still have artillery too. It's not even like I lost all the artillery.
almost your artillery is still going. The dragoons are trying to micro around it, but to no avail. And then finally, I finish with those barracks, and I come in and start helping with the grenadiers. But yeah, dragoons aren't that good against grenadiers, unfortunately. I mean, they have 2 times versus artillery, but I guess just the massive range resist on those guys is what's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why hussars are
My
really the
artillery's
counter.
still alive. I love this. Holy
And
shit.
you're still taking. Yeah, that's right.
Oh
that's so
my
good.
god, I got him.
Yeah.
you're
What the
obliterating those
fuck?
guys.
I remember
Sorry.
glancing at that moment before then going in on stopping more artillery, but yeah.
Holy shit, we were all on some big brain shit here,
Yeah.
guys. I love us. The power of friendship is alive and strong.
Yeah, and then America starts going gallings. Okay, and I finally get my Imperial Dragoons. My Imperial Dragoons have more health.
Holy has he not gotten Dragoon?
I think
point.
I think he just doesn't get the arsenal techs. He's probably got the shipments by now, but he just didn't ever do an arsenal, I don't think. And I think that
check.
really hurt him. Oh, and he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
I mean,
He hasn't gone either.
is this not? I mean, he's gone Imperial.
That's the Portuguese guy, right?
I mean, he should have sent.
Yeah.
He's. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Surely.
No, because he's Imperial, so he sent some of his unit cards twice.
But he-
Remember, he
but
sent.
Okay. I
that
mean, well, so he
before,
sent
but it's
this, but that's his only unit
re-triggered.
card. So he's at 9
No, he
cards.
probably sent his 5 organ gun card as well.
Yeah,
He's probably been
maybe.
just sending organ guns and then re-hit.
Yeah. Man, that was a mistake on his part to not upgrade his dragoons. Surely he gets them later, but that's the thing is, even later, I still trade well with him. I think so. Man, the blood, the blood.
Those guys are actually in stagger mode right now, so they
Yeah.
don't die too quickly, but they are getting hurt pretty bad.
And
That's
then
right,
and then
that
here
was
comes the Mexican.
Yeah, Mexico. And another blob of
And another blob of
guns.
crossbows, bestieros. I mean, like the bestieros did okay in that.
Yeah, I mean, well, they counter dragoons, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
and I got another blob in there too because the barracks is right there. The brave Civi villager threw up a barracks.
Yeah, and then the Gatling guns are doing their work, but
Here comes 2 more heavy cannons.
and see, and so I'm fighting grenadiers, and it's just a difficult fight because they have so much range resist. So and their splash is still doing work even against dragoons. So
Yeah.
it's funny that the sound is kind of bugging out, but yeah.
It was pretty crazy that it was like you were down south fighting orange, and Adrian and I were both like fighting red and purple,
Yeah.
just in these 2 isolated pockets.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to watch the replay, right? Because I was just
And
having
then,
to-
oh god,
look
yeah, here
elsewhere.
comes the new Culve battery, and it just... Hey, the Gatling guns have been very annoying. Shut up.
yeah.
It was pretty interesting that like every time your cannons showed up, that's when we started pushing forward somewhat.
Yeah.
And then I would inevitably like walk too far forward and get all my guys killed, and I would just be like, ugh.
I mean, that's the other thing you could do to your strategy if you were, say, if you couldn't rely on one of us for that, you could just make a few coves in there. But of course, that starts taking a lot of micro, and you have to be quite
Yeah.
careful with them. But yeah, this guy was so intent on horse guns, which I guess was the right play, right? But
I mean, he was obliterating my bestie arrows.
Yeah.
There is that.
it's
his
just funny
stack
that
of
it wasn't enough to overcome your thing. But yeah, so I'm still just struggling against grenadiers. But also, I think at this moment, I was trying to get some techs or something. So I deliberately waited to refresh. Yeah, and I was going for Hussars finally. That's right. I'd had some eco problems because of fishing ships running out and stuff like that. And then he started. And these are imperially man. So he spent the resources for imperial frigates, which I did not. So that was another big drain on him. Those did not end up being worth it, I don't think.
Yeah, I was like making troops to go fight these.
I did not know how fucking batshit the. Oh, this moment! I remember this moment too. Just
Yeah, this was where I was like, okay, guys, I
two
need
heavy
help with the
cannons come from one
grenadiers.
side, two heavy cannons come from the other, and I'm like, so how's your Valley of the Light Brigade going, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had come in to go and help, but then I noticed that you guys had brought all these guys, so I just shifted my focus back up to the north.
Yeah.
You can see it going
I
on up
see
there, where I'm just like, I'm just gonna protect this battery of culverins and
Oh, no.
let my dudes die.
Ah, but the Legion Dragoons get in fast enough, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. I don't save them, but I tried.
Did they ever Did they upgrade their culverins, right?
The American has Culverin Royales, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he's not
But they're
doing
not
a very
Imperial
good
Culverin
job
Royales.
with them. He used them to kill one cannon.
And he lost all of them in the process.
Oh, but the Cali guns versus... Man, the pikemen don't die too fast, so the...
I was using the pikes just because they're really, really fucking fast.
Yeah.
And I was trying to distract the guns.
I mean, you
so,
got quite a few
hostages.
guns there, so...
Yeah.
that
Oh
was
my
worth.
god. You really did just jam up their guns with the blood of Portuguese.
I lost a lot of troops, and it happened.
And so you start trying to distract over here, and then this is still happening, and I finally start getting my mass up again. Yeah, so against the French also hasn't sent... Has he sent cavalry combat at least? He has not sent cavalry combat. Man, these guys are whack. I mean, he has sent thoroughbreds, which is important, so that was a benefit to him. And his eco is probably a little better than mine. Well, that's right, everyone's eco is better than mine, actually. But
Well, not mine.
yeah, well, everyone except for yours, yeah. All the
I don't
enemies.
have an economy. We've transitioned to a post-cash economy.
So then you all are just in an endless, quite complicated, all types of units fight for like a while up here.
We're doing World War One, but one of us knows how to do creeping bombardment, and the other one just sort of
Yeah.
Throws
doesn't.
troops. So Odin, the American player, was 1,000. La Extraño Regresa was 1,100. And Walwita de 32 Años was 1,000.
Okay.
So they were on par with me, a little bit lower than you.
Yeah.
And that's probably explaining why they didn't send those Dragoon cards.
Yeah. So that's where like they know build orders, they know how to play, they know how to micro, but they're not the best at micro. And then they make some critical errors in stuff to like such as the Dragoon upgrade cards. I just know that the upgrade card will give a lot of value very soon. Like just growing and growing in value the longer I have it. Whereas they send the organ guns, which only has a short value. Man.
Especially when up against a bunch of Culverins.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, what a massacre.
That's the fucking Psalm. Like, that's worse than the Psalm, honestly.
Yeah, that was like 60 to 80 you.
There's more on the way.
Oh my god.
I'm in the back killing Vils, and I thought I would lose this fight, but I didn't. So yeah, my Dragoons are better than the Portuguese Dragoons because these guys don't know, or else maybe, I don't know, maybe he had those cards, but he didn't have the Arsenal techs or something. Because I had the Arsenal techs and my cards, and they're only slightly better. So I think maybe the deck wasn't correct. But yeah, this is terrifying.
Shit,
I told you I threw my guys at them. I threw them pretty hard.
Honestly, just the fact that you're keeping them in place is like, that's like the real value there. Oh,
Because the reason that I'm not here is because I think I went to go help Ian with something.
yeah. Well, and then meanwhile, so the French player tried to retech into cuirassiers, like imagining that might like throw us off or do some siege or kill villagers. But he did it right when I made a new dragoon mass. So
Oh no.
yeah, so he lost like 15 cuirassiers for free there, which is worth like 40 dragoons resource-wise or something. So
Yeah,
or
I remember you
population.
saying, "Hey, there's 2 cuirassiers running around in our base," and I remember looking around for them, but I couldn't find them.
Yeah,
And
so
you're like, "Yeah,
I
well,
just
then."
I managed to select the correct amount of guys to go after them. I think is what happened.
That's so funny.
Oh, see, I love these fights where like they're very
This-
chaotic.
This is hysterical. Oh, this is the part where I managed to take the native post, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have population space, but I do have resources because
Yeah.
my economy doesn't require any of those. And the new Colf batch just hey guys, new Tesla update just dropped, and it's identifying the fucking Americans, the Sicilians.
That's right. You had the fucking the Cherokee.
Oh, I
are
think
good.
right here I ran out of wood. Actually,
Oh.
is what's going on here, and that's why my groups are small.
God,
Oh, yeah, you are out of
I
wood.
can't wait to take this bit out. This is
But look
this
at like
is
25,000 food, right? So I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, I kind of mismanaged my economy here.
Oh, there comes the first Kolb shots. There's some more Kolb shots. Yep, that's a lot of Gatling's guns down real fast. We've got skirms and soldados, and the champion rifleman. Yeah. Oh, and then here goes this.
I have some wood.
Yeah, you're out here searching for it somewhere, I guess.
I'm
Yeah.
actually just pushed all the way up forward at this point. Like my wood
Right.
gatherers are right at
Oh
the front
yeah, I
line.
see. Yeah, there they
I
are.
love the dead pile of Gatling guns in front of my army of just
Yeah.
what's that bitch? Say my name, asshole.
That makes me want to play Shogun 2 and use Parrot guns and Armstrong guns and stuff.
Oh yeah. It would be wild if my guys are like 3/4 of a population.
I think it might be because
It might be.
like your population doesn't go over 200, but your unit count goes over 200 a lot.
Yeah. And I had like when you were looking at that, I had 14 hussars too.
Yeah.
So that's like
Yeah,
you
which
know,
those are double. So. Yeah, so your barracks is still here. Yeah, you make those hussars. Preparato.
I was gathering coin at my base from crates to go and upgrade them to.
I'm just still in an
Also-
endless gauntlet with the French player.
I mean, I think it was a pretty like standstill fight for the most part. Just
Yeah.
whenever Adrian got culverins, we would make some inching progress,
Yeah.
and I think it
Yeah,
was pretty.
now's the moment when like I have the 2 artillery foundries right next to you, and I have the native post so that I can
Yeah.
always have like an extra screen of infantry right in front of my guys. So just there's a small block of soldados, a small block of Cherokee, and then 2 heavy cannons and 4 Colvs, and they just delete all artillery around them.
And
And,
see-
then when they try and charge it,
Yeah.
there's just this super heavy block that just stabs them to death.
And so the Portuguese player is running out of resources other than coin. The French player is not running out of anything important, actually, so I don't know. I guess he was actually macroing very well. The French player started going for the rest of the fish, but, I'd already taken a lot of, right? And then with all of this stuff, they really overcommitted into the water.
Oh yeah.
And so this is where I am losing this fight. These aren't Imperial, his are Imperial. But I do delay it quite a while, and I'm pretty sure I preempt like losing by moving.
And
villagers
also the
away from
fact that he's
coast.
having to focus on that as well, I think makes it so that like, hey buddy, you're
I mean, and of course,
Your front
it's taken a
line's
lot of his
dead.
coin and wood when he does that, and he's low on wood, so I think he's having to buy wood using the extremely high wood price that both David and he were causing. Because I wanted to buy wood for ships, and I was like, Jesus Christ, the wood price is so high. I can't do that. So I just make these villagers just leave. I'm just like, okay, bye-bye. There's no monitors, so it's whatever. And then I finally get a Hussar mass that wipes out some Grenadiers, and this endless mosh is still happening. But I'm like, okay, I think the Portuguese player, because of these ships, should be weak enough. And I have the arsenal techs, which he does not. And with the arsenal techs, my cavalry will not fail to destroy
Well, I
this
think
factory.
that also Adrian and I had just finished screwing through his army.
Yeah. But just
after we walked
he should
through.
be replacing it faster, right? But he's
Got
running out.
resources.
And then it says he resigned, but of course we know he also.
But in our game, yeah, he quit.
Well, that's it. Man, there were some great scenes of battle. This battlefield this was truly a World War
If the
One.
bodies didn't disappear, those bodies would be like piled to the sky.
Yeah.
My God.
Then Orange made us like.
I love
hunt
being the
for
artillery master. It's very fun in team games being
Yeah.
like, that's it, boys. Don't worry, I'll silence those guns. Howitzer shot.
So the French is sending as many grenadiers as he can over to his waiting monitor.
La Vengeance. Oh, what a great
That's
name.
that's a good name for it.
Love vengeance as we're about to destroy his town, and he drops those guys all into our city to
Yeah.
kill it all.
He's-
I was wondering where his army was.
The
Like, I was
drama.
like, where is his people? Like, you can't have. Like, where's his troops at? He's not trying to stop us. So I guess that's where all of them went to.
well, at least
yeah,
we
I think
intercepted some.
Yeah.
Not a great matchup though.
Yeah,
well,
I
Soldado's
started
pretty good,
losing.
but yeah.
So he took out a fair number of them.
So we'll see how many he got in the ship. So
I was gonna say you can switch over to his view, right, and see.
maybe it might show me. It doesn't always. Oh, he's this guy. Oh, he does. Okay, yeah, that's right. 50 is the limit, I think. So it's 50 per ship. So he just filled it up with 50, and he's like, okay, I'm about to teach these guys. The
I
lesson.
mean, did he
He's
think
like-
you were gonna resign
He's like,
based
oh,
on that?
I've lost, but at least I can do some.
Yeah, I think
funny-ass
he just wanted
shit."
to have some fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like I watch my army down when he lands this troop. Like I just delete the entire army.
Yeah,
down
well,
his
the
base.
yellow blob will
will just
disappear shortly. My somehow I have a frigate. I don't know how. Well, actually, purple's frigate's backed off, I think, or something. But yeah, so then he comes in. I'm gonna do his. So he doesn't actually. Yeah, so he knows there's a factory there. He knows there's this stuff, and he's like, and he can see all of David's army. So there they go. They've got the grenade launchers. They're Imperial. Yellow blob is
For it. Because I'm now at this point looking around, trying
Yeah.
to find what to do. And I'm like, what do I do? I don't have any troops, and then
And then there goes most of the yellow blob. And then the spam begins.
the spam. And he actually kills a shit ton of these guys too.
Yeah, grenadiers are very strong.
All of your fights, David, are so funny.
It's just me getting my ass kicked, but I just have so much ass to get.
Have you ever seen the anime Tokyo Revengers?
No, I have not.
Yeah. The main character's secret move is getting his ass beat in a way that's so uncomfortable for everyone else to watch that they're like, oh my god, stop this.
Yeah, I mean, that basically describes it. I lose
Just
like,
that.
oh god, I don't know how many I lose in this fight, but it's a shit ton.
Oh my god. What a war. I love that you defending yourself is a war crime to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, he does take out the barracks, but like I send out, I'm basically max popped here with all of them being pikes at the base.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
yeah, there wasn't really much he
This is
could
so
do.
funny.
Okay, and then he resigns. Yeah.
Holy shit.
My pro walls.
What
Pro walls
a-
were pretty nice.
What a fucking game. This is see,
Oh,
David,
right.
this is why we play ranked.
And I sent the big mercenary card at the end in response to these guys, but didn't get there in time. The Papal
Yeah.
Guard.
David, this is why we play ranked. Because occasionally you get a game like this, which can't be found in the lobbies.
Yeah.
Just
Or it's very
try-
hard to find in the lobbies.
was like, I feel like this Portuguese strat is a little bit weaker than other ones, maybe. But
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I'm not so
It's
sure, honestly.
your score's absurd, and
Yeah,
you can't be killed.
yeah, like you're
Especially with me and Ian doing backup dancing.
Yeah,
Like we are the sword and shield.
because it's like your military efficiency stays low, but it's like it comes with a trade of like quick reactions, and because you can spam them anywhere, right? You can quickly shift between pikes and crossbows whenever you want, and just I guess it's really population efficient, right? You know, somehow
Yeah.
you're getting loads
My
of
armies
guys,
are huge.
and then your eco is always like the strongest. So, yeah.
Yeah. And like my slow moving blob is just a locked in emplacement that can't be like if you have a barracks nearby, like and you just can provide the wall of bodies, like I just stop anything from doing anything.
That's true.
And then Ian just Ian just jumps out of a bush somewhere and just like stabs someone's eye out.
And
What's their siege attack? 43. Okay, that's not as
43.
ripped as I thought it was.
yeah.
Alright, that
I mean, like, it's good,
720
but-
HP is pretty ripped.
Yeah, that's why I really
Yeah, that's the thing.
I like Hussars a lot more than Dragoons. It's unfortunate that Dragoons are required for, you know, for counter reasons, but I feel really good when I can be playing with a big mass of Hussars.
Meanwhile, I just love my never-ending rolling battery.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun just deleting my entire army in orange and just being like, all right, motherfucker, you're gonna get some pikes to the face. But
All this wasted food.
I ran out of things to send cards for.
Oh, same.
And you had 40,000 food.
Yeah. I had a shit ton of
God.
resources. I went a bit hard on food.
God.
It's funny that the American chose to do this. This could have been a big
Yeah.
liability if things had gone differently, but the even little. Oh, I mean that was, I mean French, American, Portuguese is not a comp that feels like it's, you know, that's about as strong as it gets for oh, they get to go late game in eco, right? So we can feel pretty good about that one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how should they have countered us?
I mean,
Because like they were countering the infantry with the cannons, that's for sure.
okay, so at the end he'd finally gotten these. He should have gotten these cards long before. And also, I mean, so they needed to do. They tried
And
to
advanced
do.
arsenal. He never got advanced arsenal.
Yeah, that's true. Though that's not necessary for the combat
Yeah,
cards.
for him.
But I don't know that he ever built it. Oh, he did eventually build. So he very late. He waited way too long to get that stuff, and that's one thing.
Also, yeah, that their artillery micro was garbage.
Yeah, just their micro was bad, and then I would say
Yeah,
just,
we out microed them very hard.
you know, that was a very even game, I would say, until the moment where maybe Purple invests too much in water and leaves a gap on land for us to go in, and then he finally started losing irreplaceable eco. But like, if not for him losing irreplaceable eco, this would have just kept going, right? But you know, when a game is like this, all you can do is try to kill eco, and I think that like that's just where I tends to, you know, come in with the good idea of trying to get in and, you know, run past the army, right, and kill a factory.
And even on top of that, like David and I were winning. Like
Yeah.
we red and purple were losing the fight to us because just
Yeah.
anytime I got my anytime the artillery and the soldados showed up, we gained another like few feet of ground.
I wonder
and
how
otherwise
much
I was just holding them.
Yeah, I wonder how much I can credit, because I mean, you know, he got several ships. He got like 3 frigates and a galleon, which that's like 3 or 4,000, you know, wood and coin, and then he got Imperial, which is another like 3,000. You know, he put like 10,000 resources into the water, which did not pay off, I don't think.
Yeah.
And I think, and you know, and then he starts struggling, you know. He has so much coin, but he needs food. Man, it would have been I hope he was buying food, because if he's buying food, then that would have stabilized the price for you to sell food, David. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that could have been a
I
funny
honestly wasn't
interplay.
even looking at selling food. I really should have been because I didn't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
do much.
I mean, it was down to like 10 gold per 100 food or something like that. But
I mean, like I could have crashed the food economy, but also by the time I had like really needed it, it was really late in the game.
yeah,
But I was also slowly switching people onto coin. But by the time that they really started falling, I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just leave it.
yeah. So I think I think it's just they failed to they tried to do what you need to do, right, which is get back and kill the factory, but they did it at the times when they didn't have the best chance of success, I think. Whereas I kind of, and they ended up being quite costly when they ended up losing every single unit, right? They tried it once with the dragoons that tried to kill the factory. Then France tried to send in the 15 gendarmes, the cuirassiers. And each time they tried to do that, it was a 100% waste of resources. Whereas, the couple times I got back here, I killed a lot of vills. And then when I got back here again, factory dies, right? So I think it was really just, this match hinged on artillery micro and I guess unit composition, right? Maybe making skirms, would have been better, right? But yeah, unit composition, unit upgrades, artillery micro, and timing of critical attacks, and overinvestment or underinvestment into the right areas, So yeah, that's what I would say, is the difference between them losing and winning that. Because we definitely weren't unstoppable in this. I was, my eco, as we saw, was actually pretty weak.
My eco didn't exist.
Yeah. What a round.
I was eliminated in the very first
Yeah.
20 minutes of the game.